Hey guys, today's video is going to be an under 5-minute basic makeup tutorial with only drugstore products. My name is Frankie, let's get started. So now you're gonna wanna go ahead and put your favorite lotion or serum on and get that in. I would use my hands if I were you. This really just blends it in a lot nicer, really gets it into the skin. I'm putting on Glotion, but I highly recommend if you're doing a serum or moisturizer to give your skin about 10 minutes before you put your foundation on. I just find makeup nowadays can get super complicated, and even the most easy tutorials when you're watching, it's not always that easy for some people that really have no idea where to start with makeup. So that's kind of my idea behind basic makeup today. So to make this even easier and more accessible for everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and use drugstore products that are a little bit more affordable. So I'm just using the Fit Me, this is the Hydrate and Smooth, and I'm gonna use a brush that I got on Amazon for $6. And it's one of my favorite foundation brushes. I love it. So a little bit of a tip, if you're using a beauty sponge, go ahead and put it underwater and let it really absorb and kind of grow a little bit. You're gonna wanna squeeze out the rest of the water. You can even put it in paper towel and kind of squeeze it out. You want that damp. It's going to spread your makeup a lot better than a dry beauty sponge. So when you're applying your foundation with a brush, you're just gonna wanna push it in. It's called stippling. So stippling is using a very light pressure and just tapping it into your skin. And when you tap it in, it is going to absorb a lot better than when you're swiping. When you're swiping, you're kind of just moving around the product and it's not really setting in as well. So when it comes to blush and bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Baby Gut Blush and Baby Gut Bronze. These are from Essence, and they are super affordable. They're around $4.99 to $5.99 mark, and I got mine at Shoppers here in Canada. So I'm gonna kind of use more cream products today. If you feel overwhelmed with cream products, I have a lot of clients that say that they're really kind of uncomfortable using cream products. They don't know how to. So I'm gonna do a basic makeup on cream products today, and then I can do a basic powder products for the people that would rather just stick with powder products every day. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Baby Gut Blush and Baby Gut Bronze from Essence, and these are very affordable. They're around the $4.99 to $5.99 mark. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply the bronzer just where I want to look sun-kissed. Now don't worry about all the fancy dots and all the fancy lines and everything, guys. We're just blushing and bronzing. We're not going and contouring everything. It doesn't have to be complicated. So just use your brush or your sponge and just blend it in. I always brush it into the hairline. I always like to push the product into my hairline, and that is getting rid of extra product, but it's also making sure that you don't have your natural skin tone kind of peeking through here on like a line. Sometimes you can see where the bronzer stops and your natural skin kind of starts, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna blend it in really easily. That's gentle. It takes about 30 seconds to blend in the cream products. So easy. So moving on to blush, I'm gonna go ahead and this is a very pretty one. This is Tickle Me Pink. I'm just gonna put it, keeping it on the apple of the cheeks, moving upwards, and then a little bit on the nose. Nothing crazy. So we're just gonna go ahead and blend that in. Try and move it upwards as much as you can, and it'll just give kind of like that natural lifting effect. These products really blend in so seamlessly and so easy. They're like a 10 out of 10 for drugstore products. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and use a concealer that's very close to my skin color. I don't want anything super light today. I'm just going for very natural. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap that in with my finger, and I only applied it on the inside, and we're just gonna work it on the way out and let our finger kind of do the work and warm it up, and it just blends in like butter. One tip I always try to stand by is when you're applying anything underneath your eye, like eye creams and concealers, anything like that, always use your ring finger. It has less pressure than all your other fingers, so you're not pressing so hard. Technically, working with skincare, they say that gives you less wrinkles. And then we're gonna apply a little bit up on top. And this time I'm gonna use the brush. Now this part is not necessary for everyone, but I do have kind of a darker lid naturally, and I like to get rid of that. Now find your favorite setting powder. Mine is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I love this stuff. And then you're gonna go ahead and tap it under the eyes And because you're wearing all cream products, they tend to move around and they don't stay as long as powder, so you just go ahead and tap it on the rest of your face. And this will hold it in place a lot better, and it won't break down with oils as fast. Go right over your eyelids, set everything. This is in the shade Light. It is my absolute favorite. So now I'm gonna go into brows, and I'm gonna keep it super basic. I do have my brows tinted, so it's kind of a cheat. That's my #1 thing to do. For myself every week, I tint my eyebrows, so it's so much easier to just wake up and bring the kids to school without having to fill in my brows, because I typically don't have a lot of brows. Right here, I am a 90s kid, and you know what that means. So I'm gonna go in with the brow mascara, it's tinted, and brush it upwards. So now we're gonna go in with some mascara, and we're gonna tilt our head back, lift your eyebrows up a little bit, look backwards, and you're just going to lightly brush it upwards, but try to make the aim for the tip of your lashes and not the base. Now I like to almost close my eye and just get right on the tip of the lashes, just to assure I get them as long as possible. Grab one of my favorite glosses and just put it on. There is something about a clear gloss that really just pulls the entire look together. Even like a tinted gloss, just glosses in general. I'm just such a gloss girl, and it just pulls the entire look together. So this is where I would end my minimalistic kind of makeup look. It takes maybe 5 minutes to do this look, and you're out the door. So now if you really wanted to go ahead and add any powder after that, I know a lot of people like to, like myself, like to add a little bit more bronzer. Now is the time, now that you're all set and you're ready to go. And we're just gonna keep that right on the upper forehead, tip of the nose, tops of the cheeks, and you're just dusting it on, and then over the eyelid. And it kind of acts like a shadow without the effort of putting a shadow on. The whole point of this video is just to show you that makeup can look good even when you're in a rush, and if you don't want to spend a lot of money, makeup doesn't have to be overcomplicated, it doesn't have to be expensive. So these were all drugstore products, and it was so quick and easy. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my under 5-minute basic makeup tutorial with all drugstore products. I really enjoyed making it, so thank you so much, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more from me, and we'll see you next time.